Hello, and welcome to our video English lesson in the series School for Life. This lesson is for learners in grade 8 of primary school. I'm Jelica Šeparović, and I will be your teacher today. Today's topic is healthy living, and the lesson is about environmental problems. I hope that by the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand a short text and to identify different environmental problems. The grammar part of the lesson will be about present simple passive voice. So, you will also be able to write your own short text about an environmental problem in your town or place using the passive voice. For this lesson, you will need your notebook and a pencil. Maybe you will need a rubber too, and you will also need a good internet connection. I would like to remind you that you can pause the video anytime you need to do the activities. Let's start with a short vocabulary activity. In your notebooks, write the words connected with environmental problems you already know. You may pause the lesson and think. How many words can you think of in, let's say, 2 minutes? Here are some pictures of various environmental problems that might help you. Have you mentioned any of them? Here they are. You've seen these problems on the previous slide. If you wish, you can copy the words into your notebooks. They are pollution, deforestation, ice caps melting, greenhouse effect, and greenhouse gases. Let's go on with the second task. Listen and read the text about good and bad sides of the greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is a warming of Earth's surface and the air above. It is caused by gases in the air that trap energy from the sun. These gases are called greenhouse gases. The greenhouse effect is extremely important for life on Earth, as it gives us the heat we need. Without it, the temperature on Earth would be so low that people couldn't survive. However, when fossil fuels like oil or coal are burnt by cars or factories, much more heat than we actually need is trapped in the atmosphere. Moreover, many trees are cut down for buildings or making furniture. Numerous forests are burnt down for farms. As a result of these various human activities, a large amount of carbon dioxide, CO2, is released into the atmosphere. Scientists believe that this has led to global warming, as global temperatures cannot be controlled without forests. The temperature of Earth's surface is slowly increasing. If we are not cautious, it will lead to the sea level rise as well as extreme weather conditions and many other disastrous consequences. I will read the sentences. Please write down in your notebooks if the sentences are true, false, or doesn't it say. These are the sentences about the text you've just listened to. Greenhouse effect happens under the Earth's surface. 2. The average temperature on Earth would be negative 30 degrees Celsius without greenhouse effect. 3. Coal is used for cars. 4. Trees are burnt down for building houses. 5. People can prevent many environmental problems in the future if they are cautious. I hope you have finished. Here are the correct answers. You can now check your answers and see your scores. Number 1 is false, as the greenhouse effect happens on and above the Earth's surface, not under the Earth's surface. Number 2, it doesn't say what the average temperature on Earth would be without greenhouse effect. 3 is false. Coal is not used for cars. It's used for factories. 4. Trees are burnt down for building houses. Trees are not burnt down for building houses. They are cut down for building houses. 5. People can prevent many environmental problems in the future if they are cautious. Of course, that is the truth. Now let's open the link and match the words from the text to their meanings. Please copy this short link down, pause the lesson and do the vocabulary exercise to check the meaning of the key words from the text. Here are the answers. Now, here are some sentences from the text. They are in the passive voice. Have you ever heard of the passive voice? In order to find out more about it, first copy these sentences into your notebooks. Then, try to remember the words from the text that come into the gaps and write them down. This is the passive voice, the present simple passive voice. Passive voice is a type of a sentence in which an action, through verb, or an object of a sentence is emphasized rather than its subject. Dakle, vrijeme je da nakratko koristimo hrvatski jezik kako bih vam što bolje približila pasiv. Rečenice koje imaju objekt mogu se izreći na dva načina, u aktivnom i pasivnom stanju, kako u engleskom, tako i u hrvatskom jeziku. Iako i u hrvatskom jeziku postoji to pasivno stanje, rečenice se rjeđe izražavaju pasivom u hrvatskom nego u engleskom jeziku. U aktivnim rečenicama naglasak je na subjektu, to jest važno je tko ili što vrši radnju, dok je u pasivu naglasak na radnji, odnosno na rezultatu radnje. Mi kažemo da u aktivu subjekt vrši radnju. U pasivnim rečenicama objekt postaje subjekt. Na primjer, mama kuha ručak je aktivna rečenica. Ručak je skuhan je ta ista rečenica, ali u pasivu. Ručak je sada subjekt, a skuhan je glagolski pridjev trpni. Ručak je skuhan. Slično je i u engleskom. How do we make the passive voice in English? Look at the words in red. They are the verb to be in present simple. Već znamo da am is are je zapravo glagol biti u present simple. Je li tako? The words in green are past participle of the main verb. If the verb is regular, we just add ed. Dakle, glavni glagol je u obliku koji je u hrvatskom sličan glagolskom pridjevu trpno. To je oblik past participle, odnosno ed na pravilne glagole. Ako je glagol pravilan, dodamo mu ed. Ako nije pravilan, to je oblik past participle. We use the passive voice in sentences when the action is the most important thing. The important information is the result of the action, not the subject, although we can have an agent to express the subject. These gases are called greenhouse gases. Fossil fuels are burned by cars and factories. Heat is trapped in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. Most texts about environment are written in passive voice. Do you know why? Because it's not really important to know which factories burn fossil fuels or who calls the gases greenhouse gases. The important thing is the result, which means that these actions are in fact done. It's important that the gases are called greenhouse gases. It is not important who calls greenhouse gases greenhouse gases. Here is the form. Ovo je dakle oblik kako se pravi present simple passive voice. We can also use active voice to say these sentences. In this case, subject is the most important thing. People call these gases greenhouse gases. Cars and factories burn fossil fuels. Greenhouse gases trap the heat. Cars and factories release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Ovako izgledaju formule za aktivne i pasivne rečenice u engleskom jeziku. Dakle, u aktivnoj rečenici subjekt nam je cars and factories. Glagol burn je u present simple, a objekt je fossil fuels. Dakle, automobili i tvornice izgaraju fosilna goriva. Subject, verb, object. U pasivu se ta situacija mijenja. Fossil fuels, koji su ovdje bili objekt u aktivnoj rečenici, postaju subjekt. Are je glagol biti u present simple i glavni glagol je burned, odnosno past participle glagola burn. Cars and factories, koji su u aktivnoj rečenici bili subjekt, sada postaju agent. Jer je izuzetno važno ponekad reći ipak ko je napravio tu radnju. Dakle, fossil fuels are burned by cars and factories. Fossil fuels su sada subjekt. Oni su izgarani od automobila i tvornica. Malo nespretan prijevod, ali mislim da razumijete o čemu se radi. Sad ćemo malo vježbati tvorbu present simple pasiva. Sjetite se ove formule koju smo sada rekli i stavite glagole u zagradama u present simple passive. Put the verbs in brackets into present simple passive. Remember that we need present simple of the verb to be and past participle or ed of the main verb. You will have to pause the lesson again and write down these sentences into your notebooks. Let's check the answers. Global warming is caused by deforestation. Many trees are cut down for furniture. Greenhouse gases are produced by planes as well. Wood is used to make furniture. Forests are destroyed by people. I hope you had it well. You did it well. Here are some more present simple passive exercises for you. Please copy this link and follow it to practice putting active sentences into the passive ones. I hope you'll have fun. You can pause the lesson and check the answers. Our last task in today's lesson is to write a short story. Please write a short story between 80 and 100 words about an environmental incident in your town or place, using both active and passive voice. Then send the story to your teacher. Here are some questions that might help you. What problem are you writing about? What caused the problem? How does it affect your environment? What can we do to prevent more damage? To be sure that you have done all the things needed, please, before sending the text to your teacher, please go through this checklist to see if you have included all required elements. Check if you have written between 80 and 100 words. Put tick to yes or no. If you have given answers to all the questions, if you have used both active and passive voice in your sentences, if you have checked spelling and pronunciation, which is very important for a written task, and check if you have organized your text into paragraphs. If your answers are yes, you can send the text to your teacher. In the end, let's do this self-assessment checklist. Here are some activities you are supposed to be able to do now at the end of today's lesson. Let me read them for you. You were supposed to name words connected to environmental problems. You were also supposed to understand a short text and to make present simple passive sentences. I hope at the end of the lesson you can talk about an environmental problem in your town. If you think that you can do well all these activities, put a tick in completely column. If you can do most of them well, put a tick in mostly column. And if you think you need some more practice, put a tick in not yet column. This is the end of today's lesson. Thank you for watching and goodbye.